Hey guys, this is Rome with Rome Knows Tech. Today we're going to unbox and set up a new laser here for the studio. We have the Ikier K1 Pro Max 48/24 watt laser. That's what we're going to be setting up today. So I have a table set up over here where we're going to assemble everything. We're going to take everything out of the box and we're going to start looking at the different components that come with it. Now, many of you guys already know I have the Ikier K1 Pro 24 watt laser currently here in the studio right now. I've been using this for a couple of months, for a lot of my demos, creating a number of different things with this laser, guys. Everything from working with, stone coasters, wood, acrylic, you name it. 24 watts has been a beast of a laser. But now, guys, we now have the new version of this laser here in the studio with the upgraded air assist, the upgraded laser output head, which is 48/24 watts. Let's get to it. Let's go. All right, guys, we're on the other side of the studio now. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and do a quick unboxing of everything that comes in the box and show you guys all the different components so we can kind of set this up. I'm going to reposition the camera just a touch so you guys will be able to see everything that's going on here. Real simple. All right, guys, you can see this comes very well packaged. The foam is very thick, so you don't have to worry about that when you receive your unit. All right, so starting out here in the box, we have some documentation. We have our starter manual, everything you're going to need to get started, setting everything up. And like I said, I've set these up before, so I know that this is a very, very easy unit to set up. So instead of pulling each and every one of these components out one at a time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unbox everything and set it up here on the desk, and then we'll go over it from that point. All right, guys, as you can see, I have everything taken out of the box. So some of the main components you guys are probably going to be familiar with, like for instance, the air assist that you guys see right here. So we have our air assist unit. We have the actual laser head. We have our power brick. The framing for the laser was already pre-assembled. This is going to be your gantry that you're going to then connect. Really nice design. Everything is very well finished. This also comes with your touch panel unit, and that's what you're going to use to run a lot of your jobs. It has this fixed focus block that comes with it as well. All of the different cables, including your HDMI cable. Now, all of your different screws, keys, everything like that is in this little bag right here. And each one of these is assigned by steps. So we have step 3, 5, some miscellaneous, other accessories. We have our thumb drive in there. If I just lay those down, we have cleaning cloth. We have our keys for the child protective feature, and you have your Allen keys that come with this as well. You get the different cables. So you're going to get your standard wall plug 3-prong. You have a USB-C to USB-C cable. And you also have a USB-C to USB-A cable that comes with this. You get your tubing for your air assist. This is the actual power brick that is going to power your unit. Here's a closer look at the air assist, the DC input right here. This is where the tube is going to connect. Here's your throttle control for your air assist. You got venting here and nice little rubber feet underneath this so it doesn't slide around your desk. A little bit of branding, I do like that. All right, so here's our main component. This is the actual laser head, as you guys can see here. And this is your 24 to 48 watt laser head. This is adjustable. Here's your focusing laser. This is just going to mount right onto that gantry when you're ready to set this up. Beautiful design. You guys can see inside here. You have a nice little cover screen here where you can see the laser operating. You're going to have a power band right here that's going to show you your power output for your laser. And right here on the top is where you're going to connect your air assist and the other cable that goes in here and here to power the laser. So that's what we got so far. All right, so let me put this all together and we'll see where we go from there. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, guys, it is day 2 on this build out. It only took me about 15 minutes to put this new machine together, but I got tied up with a bunch of other stuff that's related to one of my other channels. So I did want to pop back in here and give you guys kind of an overview. The differences between the Ikier K1 Pro 24 watt and the Ikier K1 Pro Max 48 watt. I have both of them here in the studio, and I'm going to show you guys the similarities as well as where the differences are. And I will also be doing some test burns and cuts with the new lasers to show you guys some of the speeds that I've been able to achieve with this and some of the things I've been able to notice, about the quality and the speed of the new laser. Let's go. All right, guys, so let's take a closer look at these two lasers. What you're looking at right now is the 48 watt laser. I do have the air assist just sitting here on top that makes it easier for you guys to see it. I don't have enough room for this air assist to sit on the desk with both of the lasers, so I kind of moved it over. This is the head size for this laser, and as you guys can see here, you have that auto switch here on the side that allows it to go between 24 watts and 48 watts, much larger head. Now, in a nutshell, almost everything else about this laser is almost identical other than the size of the air assist and, of course, obviously the more powerful head in comparison to this version here, which is the Ikier Pro 24 watt laser. Okay, so this is the air assist that comes with it, and this is the laser module that you guys see here. But in a nutshell, if you're looking at both of the units, they're almost identical in their structure, so that means it's going to be a lot of consistency in the different models. You don't have to worry about that. It was the same type of assembly. Now, one advantage that I did notice right out of the box, this one came with the frame already assembled, so I didn't have to attach, I didn't have to connect the frame. With this one, I actually had to build it out. It was a little bit more time consuming to build this one completely out. But like I said, it only takes about 15 minutes to put one of these systems together because they are very, very easy to build out. And as far as response, speed, things like that, they're going to be basically the same. But this one is definitely going to provide more power when it comes to your engraving and cutting. So as you guys can see here, everything else is pretty much the same. Now you will notice that I do have the monitor mounted in a different position on the 24 watt version. And all that is just a little 3D printed bracket that I made so that I could put the monitor up here at an angle where I could see it if I wasn't using this in an enclosure. And yes, I do have their enclosure here in the studio as well as their air purifier. I recommend both of these components, guys, to protect your health. One, you have a fire resistant, enclosure that also comes with the two panels where you can still see inside from the top and also from the front. And of course, it has those little pockets. You can put all your tools and things on both sides. Really easy to set up. This just pops up, guys, and then you have your Velcro pieces here on the top to connect everything. As far as the air purifier, it's a very simple design as well. It's just one button to turn it on. It connects right here to the enclosure, and then that hose is just going to run right into your air purifier, and it's going to eliminate all of those fumes. Now, this air purifier has a 3-stage air filter in it. It has a pre-filter, it has your HEPA filter and a carbon filter as well. Really nice design. It looks good on the desk. So if you're just running one of these machines, this is going to be an easy setup for you. But I wanted to show you guys all of this before we get to the cut test, just so that you guys know exactly where I'm coming from as far as all of these different components. So like I said, all right, so let's get to the cut test and we'll see exactly what this thing can do. Let's go. All right, guys, for those who might be new to this laser, one of the things that is unique about both of or all of their lasers is that it has an auto-focusing system. It has a targeting laser that you can set up in Lightburn as well as in other softwares to be able to run your jobs. So what we're going to do real quick here, we're going to do a quick cut test on some 5mm wood. And I'm going to show you guys how fast this can cut and engrave. I'm going to do this in real time so you guys can see this, so I won't be speeding up this video. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to just run the autofocus. So I have this set up already in Lightroom as a macro. In your manual, it'll walk you right through how to set this up. If you guys have some issues with setting up these macros, just leave a comment and I will do a video on this. But there have been a number of videos already that have been done. One by LA Hobby Guy who has the 24-watt laser, and you can see basically how he set up the macros. But like I said, if you guys have an issue with it, I'll be more than happy to do it for you. All right, so the laser is focused. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to frame up this little graphic that I want to cut. So let me get everything lined up here real quick. All right, so that looks like it's a little big for what I want to do for this little demo. So I'm just going to make this just a tad bit smaller, and then I'm going to run the job so you guys can see this in real time. I'm cutting out a keychain out of 5mm wood. I do have the air assist turned on. I'm currently running this at 3,600 millimeters per minute on the line for the engraving. And I'm running this at about maybe 35% power on the engraving. And then on my cut layer, I'm running it at 500 millimeters per second at 75% power. All right, so we're just gonna start this job. Let me go ahead and frame it up one more time just to make sure we're on the material. All right, so we're good to go. 5mm wood, let's hit start. So as I said, guys, this is in real time. All right, guys, in real time, that's what we're able to do. So let me go ahead and just move the laser or move this material out of the way. I'm just going to go ahead and send the laser back a little bit further so I can reach the material. So let's do that real quick here. All right, so let me grab our camera so you guys can see this. I'm going to just pop this out. And this is our quick little keychain that I just cut out. This is out of 5mm wood. So you guys saw that in real time, how fast and efficient these lasers are. So yeah, if you're doing a bunch of jobs, now we got a little bit of scarring here on the back, but I think that's because there's some, scrap pieces of metal down here inside of this bed. The bed that I'm using is also from Ikier. This is their shark tooth bed. So it does a really good job. Most of my cuts are really clean. But I am also playing with the power settings for this. I may be a little hot on the cut as well because this is a 48 watt laser and it's cutting at 48 watts. So yeah, definitely check this out. But anyway, I got a few more materials we're going to test. So I just wanted to show you how precise this can be when it comes to engraving and cutting. All right, so let's get to our next material that we're going to test. All right, guys, I have a couple of scrap pieces of acrylic here we're going to test. This is 3mm acrylic. Let me go ahead and focus the laser, and let me hit our autofocus. So our goal here is to see how fast this can cut through this acrylic with no issues. All right, so we're going to do a quick engraving on this acrylic and also try to cut out a very tiny little keychain. So let me set everything up here really quickly. It's just going to be a little macro keychain that we're going to try to cut out here and engrave. So my power settings on this cut, guys, is on the speed, 100% on speed. We set that at 100. And I'm going to set my power also at 100, one single pass. And the engraving side of this is going to be 3,600 millimeters per minute at 35% power for the engraving. So let's frame this up and see if this is going to fit on this little piece of... All right, we need a little bit more space on there. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that just a touch. All right, so let's try that framing one more time. Okay, this is going to be very small. All right, so we're going to see if this is going to cut through and engrave on this. This is tiny, so let me see if I can make this just a little bit bigger, just so that way you guys can see it a little bit better. So I'm going to increase the size of the keychain and reposition it. Power settings and everything else is going to stay the same. We're just going to make it larger. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to throw on my glasses. We're going to kick the tires and light the fires and hit start. All right, guys, that's what we have. So let's just pull this forward here, see if it falls through. and grab it. All right, guys, so that is what it cut out of the acrylic. It's a little dirty, but you guys can see we could just throw a little rubbing alcohol on this and clean this up really nicely. But that's a very clean cut from this 3mm acrylic. The keychain cut out all of the little small pieces in my design. So I think this came out really nice. All right, we're going to be testing a few more materials just to kind of, see exactly what we can get out of this new laser. right, guys, so that will kind of wrap it up for the testing and unboxing for this new laser, the Ikier K1 Pro Max. This thing is a beast, guys. 48 watts. Technically, it's a 24/48 watt laser, which can switch. I'll show you guys in the next video how to auto switch that if that's available. I'm not sure if that's how it works because I haven't been able to set that up properly. I'm still experimenting with a few things with the laser, but I always find interesting things with this brand, guys. A lot of times it just takes a little, programming or coding or adjusting and light burn to get all of the best features out of it. So in this video, you've seen a number of different materials that I've tested. If you notice that some of the aspects of the video, I sped it up a little bit. It's 4x. If I neglect to put that in the video, that is 4x. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm speeding it up to 4x so you guys don't have to watch ridiculously long engraving times. And I tried to make this as entertaining as possible. So in a nutshell, guys, whether you're working with 3mm wood or something as thick as 10mm wood or even thicker than that, this is an amazing high quality hobby laser. It can definitely get the job done. And I think this is the very first laser that I've ever seen that can engrave up to 900 millimeters per minute. That is outstanding. All right, guys, it's been your boy Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I will catch you all in the next video. If you're not already following, hit that subscribe button, guys, so that you will be notified the next time I create another video. Now, these lasers, as I've shown you guys today, I am definitely going to be doing some project videos so that I can share with you out there in the community. So hopefully, if you decide to get one of these lasers or some other laser, a lot of the resources that I'll bring to you will be applicable to all of those as well. All right, guys, like I said, peace. I am out.